What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Quick Bites, the show where we talk about all of the headlines in the restaurant industry in as little time as possible. I'm Sam Oches, editor-in-chief of Nation's Restaurant News, joined by my colleague, Jonathan Mays, editor-in-chief of Restaurant Business. Jonathan, it's summer, and it's a busy time for restaurants trying to get customers' attention, isn't it?
It kind of is, yeah, that is for sure. And they're doing all sorts of things to get that done.
They sure are. Lots of fun ways of engaging the customer, and we are going to talk about them right now. And I want to start with KFC. KFC in dire need of a comeback, and they are inviting customers to be a part of that comeback. I will point out KFC sales down 5% last year, according to Technomic. They are losing ground in the chicken game big time, and now they say, hey, we want the customers to help us with our comeback. Jonathan, will this work? What are they even asking for here?
The thing that I actually like the most about this, Sam, is that they're bringing back the Colonel, and the Colonel's pissed off. If you've taken a look at the Colonel, who's usually a real happy fella, in the current logo, they got a scowl on his face. And frankly, I agree with that. I think Colonel Sanders absolutely would be pretty mad at the state KFC is in. But yeah, they are giving away free chicken. They are asking customers to give their views on that chicken afterwards. I certainly, giving away chicken is not a bad idea whatsoever. Taking customers' opinions on that chicken, also a really good idea. But frankly, the biggest win here for KFC is the fact that they're just bringing the Colonel back into their advertising and marketing. That is usually when KFC wins, reminding customers where that chain has been and its long, extensive history as a great American brand. So that's the thing that I like.
Yeah, and Jonathan, I can't help but think a little bit about Domino's going back, 15 years when they said that their pizza sucked. This has a little bit shades of that, which is it feels like KFC is kind of admitting, hey, we've fallen behind. They're not admitting anything around the quality of their product. In fact, they're really leaning into those 11 herbs and spices and their new commercials, which star Maddie Madison of The Bear. They're showing the Colonel kind of fighting for this original recipe. And to your point, Jonathan, making him look mad. I guess the point here is they're trying to say, hey, look, we are down on our luck here. We're against the ropes. We recognize that Raising Cane's has leapfrogged them in the standings, even though they have a fraction of number of the restaurants as KFC does. And they say we need a comeback here. So let's get tough. Let's get mad. So it kind of makes me think of that Domino's. We get it. Our pizza sucks. So please come be a part of our comeback here. But it's really fascinating because I think Colonel Sanders, you might remember the last time they went big on Colonel Sanders, it was when current Chili CEO Kevin Hochman was there as CMO, and they had this great series of celebrities dressing up as the Colonel in their ads, and that was huge for KFC. So trying to tap into the Colonel's magic once again.
Unfortunately, they never sent me Colonel Sanders bearskin rug, which was the piece de resistance of that particular era. Speaking of brands that are in need of some customers, Burger King is now going to let its customers create its Whoppers. Sam, what do you think? Will customer-created Whoppers work, or is this just a gimmick?
Yeah, this new Whopper ByYou platform is interesting because similar to KFC, Burger King is inviting the customers to get involved with this new campaign, saying, hey, customers, submit your ideas for what our new Whopper should be. Look, I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's exciting. And fact of the matter is, Burger King has an opportunity to collect incredible amounts of data and information from their customers about what they want to see in this brand's signature platform. By the way, Burger King's slogan is "Have it your way." So this is literally allowing customers to come in and have it their way by saying, this is what we want out of our Whopper. They're starting with a barbecue brisket Whopper that is out now, I believe, and they're going to roll out a couple more in time based on those customers' suggestion. It's fun. And Jonathan, you and I recently were on a webinar with our colleagues over at Technomic, and we talked about the fact that the burger category needs something. It needs a jolt. It's a little bit boring right now, and part of that is because burgers, there's not a lot of innovation going on with burgers and builds. Burger King, I think, has a really great way now that they are trying to bring some fun and excitement to the menu. Jonathan, do you think is this fun and exciting to you?
Oh, sure. It's very fun and very exciting, Sam. Will it work? I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, you're right. Burger chain sales have been very, very weak. And look, I think Burger King has generally been more successful when it is really marketed the Whopper, and I think that's really the goal here, to highlight that sandwich. And the Whopper is fantastic, I think that now, do I want my Whopper with brisket on it? Not necessarily. I mean, I love brisket, but I don't know if I want it on my Whopper. But at the end of the day, pumping out a lot of innovation around your Whopper, around your signature sandwich, which is what Burger King really likes to do, reminding customers that they can actually have it your way, is certainly not a bad idea, and it's it could definitely resonate. So.
Jonathan, I heard that one of their other options was a Whopper with fried pickles and ranch, and I am here for that one. I am here for that one. So Burger King, if you're listening, if you want to make that the
I tried it. It was good.
That's a real thing.
Really
okay.
Good. It was a real thing. That is not fake. It is absolutely real.
I'm going to go find me one of those Whoppers. All right, finally, let's talk about Chick-fil-A, going back to the chicken category on this one. And another way a major brand is engaging customers. Chick-fil-A, of course, has their app that they have been engaging customers on with fun games and videos and all sorts of fun things. They are out once again with a new campaign in which they are encouraging users of their app to play their games for a chance to win rewards and merch. They also dropped a new animated short film on there called Udder Chaos. Get it, Jonathan? Udder Chaos. Chick-fil-A, I don't even know if they need something like this, but this seems like a fun way to engage customers, yeah?
Oh, I mean, they kind of need it just as much as anybody else. Chick-fil-A was a little humid last year. At least in look, for Chick-fil-A, their sales were, I think, up less than 5%ish, somewhere along those lines. I think they, their average unit volumes were basically flat after increasing for roughly ever. And so, taking some steps to market yourself and do those sorts of things that many of your contemporaries are already doing is certainly not a bad thing, and it does kind of accentuate where the industry is at the moment. I think where this is really interesting is just kind of how different Chick-fil-A is about all of this. They do things, in some respects, they're like just another fast food chain, but then again, they also are very different, and this is just one of those things that a lot more entertainment focused. Sam, what do you think about all this?
Yeah, they're certainly different in their marketing budget, right? This is a company that can afford to put some resources behind something like producing an animated short. I think about, Chick-fil-A. Look, Jonathan, I have 3 young kids, and Chick-fil-A is their number one spot. They love, love, love Chick-fil-A. And so we as a family go to Chick-fil-A together, and I imagine that's a pretty common experience. Look, Chick-fil-A checks the boxes for all demographics, but especially for something like this in the one app and with something like a digital or an animated short film. This really resonates with kids. It's fun, it's exciting, and my kids, when they see any QR code from any brand whatsoever, they go, "Dad, scan that." And I don't even know what it is, but the point of the matter is kids have been trained to expect these kind of digital add-ons from brands. So when Chick-fil-A is doing it, their favorite restaurant, well, that means a lot more to them. And so Chick-fil-A is investing in customers beyond the menu. They're investing in the fun of the brand, essentially the lifestyle of the brand. And so customers of all ages, I think, can get behind that. And who doesn't love free stuff? We all love free stuff, especially if it's free food. That's all the time we have for this episode of Quick Bites. I'm Sam Oches. He's Jonathan Mays. Go to nrn.com and restaurantbusinessonline.com for more. We'll talk to you next time.